Welcome to this unidentified channel. Before we get into the video, I want to let you know I have come up with a name for the channel. As soon as we get to 100 subscribers, I'll announce the name and get it all changed in YouTube. If you have become a part of whatever it is we have going on here, I appreciate you and thank you very much. If you want to become a part of it, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Now, let's talk about Megan Boswell. Megan is expected back in court tomorrow, December the 3rd, 2020. By the time I get this video out, it will probably be very close to, if not, December the 3rd. Doing the research to put this video together for you, there's so much information out there, and it's way too much to put in one video. I wanted to gather a lot of information and put the whole story together about Megan and Evelyn Boswell, but the information is overwhelming and definitely way too much for one video. Today, I just want to go over her court appearances and how we got from where we started to where we are now. So here we go. On February the 19th, I was sitting in a Kroger parking lot and a text came across my phone that was an Amber Alert. I opened up the Amber Alert and read through it, and my eyes filled up with tears, literally. And my family came back to the car with the groceries and they started putting the stuff in the car, and they're like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, this Amber Alert, I know you got it. It came across our phones, and if you look at the details, this baby is dead. This baby's got to be dead. Nobody's seen this baby in 2 months. On February 19th, an Amber Alert was issued for 15-month-old baby Evelyn Boswell out of Sullivan County, Tennessee. Megan Boswell is the mother of Evelyn. Sullivan County Sheriff's Department started asking questions. They are on the search for baby Evelyn, and they wanted as much information as they can get. And the stories that Megan was telling, they just weren't adding up. On February the 25th, 2020, Sullivan County Sheriff's Office arrested Megan. They took her into custody on one count of false reporting. On February the 26th, she had a video arraignment, and the judge set her bond at $25,000. I haven't been able to find that video of that particular court hearing. The first one that we get to see is on March the 2nd. So on March the 2nd, she does go into a courtroom in front of a judge. I cannot find the name of this judge. I've looked. If you know the first judge that Megan was in front of on March the 2nd, please let me know. The judge kept her bond at $25,000 and appointed her Mr. Sproles as her defense attorney. He made it clear that Mr. Sproles was only her defense attorney in that courtroom. The news outlets are reporting that was a Bristol courtroom. They also report on a Sullivan County courtroom, and then they report on a Blountville courtroom. I don't know if all three of these courtrooms are the same. The judge denied her bail reduction and kept her bail at $25,000. He set the next court date for Megan to be May the 8th. On March the 6th, Sullivan County found baby Evelyn's body on the Boswell's property. A new court date was set for March the 9th. Megan showed up for court on March the 9th, and she was in front of a new judge, Judge James Goodwin. On March the 9th, Megan's bail was increased to $150,000. This is after the remains of Evelyn have been found. The judge keeps the same court date of May 8th as the next court date, and Megan goes back into Sullivan County Jail. May 8th comes, and the state, the prosecutor, he's not ready. They haven't been able to get in front of the grand jury, as there's so much information to go through. They have 20 to 25 hours of recorded interviews to go through of Megan Boswell and all the different stories she told. And they're working their way through those interviews, but they haven't quite got through all of it yet, and they haven't been able to get in front of the grand jury with it. So they ask for a later court date. The judge then sets a new court date up for June the 19th. They get in front of the grand jury on May the 20th, and the grand jury indicts Megan on 11 counts of false reporting. I'll go through all of those counts in another video, but 11 counts of false reporting. That's 11 different stories she's told. Since the indictment came out, they set a new court date. Actually, they had set, let's see, they set a June 19th court date to come back about the charges, but they had set a May 28th court date to go over a bond reduction. So on May 20th, when the indictments came out, they kept that May 28th court date, and when they went into court, it was for a bond reduction. But since that new information came out, Mr. Sproles was like, yeah, we don't really want to ask to reduce bond anymore now that these new charges have come out. This was all done before those charges. So while they were in court that day, the district attorney said there were other matters they needed to get in front of the grand jury with, and they just weren't ready on that date either, which was May 28th. So got rid of the June 19th court date, and the judge set the next court date to be July the 31st. All of these appearances are via Zoom, except for the March 2nd and the March 9th. So on July 31st, they get together on Zoom in a court hearing, and pretty much it's cut and dry, very quick. Megan was in front of the judge less than 2 minutes. They set a new hearing date for August the 28th. When they went to court on July the 31st, they still had not been able to get in front of the grand jury on these other matters that they wanted. And so they just pushed court out until August the 28th. On August the 19th, TBI had a press conference where they announced that they had been in front of the grand jury and that they would be indicting Megan Boswell on 19 different counts. 2 felony murder charges. August the 28th came, and they came to court again in the Zoom meeting. Now, the DA was not ready to say if they were going to seek the death penalty or not. So the judge set a new court date for December the 3rd. That's tomorrow. December the 3rd, 1:30 p.m. to decide or to hear what the state is going to seek. Will it be the death penalty? Will it be life without parole? Or will it be just life? What do you think? If you already know, what do you think about the decision? I don't know if they'll seek the death penalty in this. They may. From what I understand, here's some quotes that I heard from these press conferences that have been given. In the 8/19 press conference where they announced the 19 charges, Sullivan County Sheriff stated, other individuals were eliminated as suspects, and Megan Boswell became the sole suspect in this case. That's her, all by herself. He also stated, we are determined to make sure that justice is served for baby Evelyn. It's also stated that Megan made inculpatory statements, and that means she pretty much incriminated herself. When Mr. Sproles was being interviewed, one of the statements he said was, "Agent Farley testified accurately." It's one piece of the evidence here, and I really can't say how it's going to fit in the whole case. He's talking about the inculpatory statements, and he's saying yes, he's confirming yes. In the March 9th court hearing, they had Agent Fraley testify to some things that have happened in the investigation, and that is one of the things he said. So what's going to happen in court today? I have all this information I have gathered on the Boswell case, and I'm going to put some more videos together for you to kind of dig deeper into the timeline, some of the specific things that happened, some of the stories that happened. It's a little crazy. This case is so much like the Casey Anthony case. If you remember that one, let me know in the comments. It's touched my heart. Baby Evelyn was found dead in a outbuilding on the Boswell compound, a piece of property Tommy Boswell Sr. owns. So tomorrow we will find out what's gonna happen to Megan Boswell, and hopefully they will set a trial date. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you soon, as I have so much information about this case to bring to you. You guys have a great day. I'll see you next time. The judge set her bail. Again, after he set the and back, they just set a new trial date, or they set, and when Mr. Sproles was asked in the March 8th, all of the court appearances after the August 28th.